Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, it's an honor to present this year's report of the Secretary General on intimidation and reprisals for cooperation with the United Nations. I am grateful for the continued support of member states and the trust placed by the Secretary General in the role of Assistant Secretary General for Human Rights, leading UN system-wide efforts to prevent and address such acts. I also thank you, Mr. President, for your principled leadership in raising allegations with states and reinforcing the Council's zero-tolerance stance on reprisals. The report before you documents a persistently high number of intimidation and reprisals by state and non-state actors against individuals engaging or seeking to engage with the United Nations. These incidents span all regions and involve 32 member states, including 10 council members, the same number as in last year's report. Annex 1 includes new cases concerning 26 member states. Many states have appeared repeatedly in previous reports, suggesting possible patterns of recurrent reprisals. Annex 2 includes pre-existing cases concerning 8 member states that are being actively followed up. The report does not reflect the full scope of the issue. Underreporting continues, and serious protection concerns prevented the inclusion of verified allegations concerning 2 member states, preventing their listing. Many other cases had to be reported anonymously due to fear of further reprisals. In certain contexts, a decline or absence of reported allegations may reflect effective intimidation rather than progress. Civil society actors continue to face threats and restrictions, including online, that hinder both safe engagement with the United Nations and reporting on reprisals. Several concerning trends persist. Self-censorship and the decision to refrain from cooperation with the United Nations, or to do so only under condition of anonymity due to fear of reprisals, continue. In one state alone, 62 individuals declined engagement with the United Nations, citing fear of reprisals. More than 40 individuals and 14 organizations requested anonymous reporting. Online and offline surveillance of those who cooperate or attempt to cooperate with the United Nations was again reported in 1/3 of the states included in the report. Over half of the states in the report apply laws and regulations that deter or hinder cooperation with the United Nations, particularly laws relating to civil society, counterterrorism, and national security. One deeply concerning development in this year's report is the documentation of 11 cases of intimidation and reprisals involving transnational repression concerning 6 member states. These acts, ranging from criminal charges, surveillance, harassment, and threats, to confiscation of property and passports, and extradition attempts against a recognized refugee. They targeted individuals directly engaging with the United Nations, as well as their relatives and colleagues. The report also highlights the targeting on individuals belonging to specific groups at heightened risk, including women, human rights defenders and peace builders, youth, indigenous peoples, and individuals from the LGBTIQ+ community, or those advocating for their rights at the UN. The gender-specific nature of reprisals against women for cooperation with the Security Council remains alarming. Excellencies, at this critical moment for human rights and civic space globally, I would like to offer a few reflections on progress in our work alongside an assessment of continued challenges. The UN system is now more attuned to the risks, both online and offline, faced by those who engage with us, and better equipped to prevent, document, and respond to reprisals. Our team and I have worked consistently to raise awareness with member states and to build capacity across the UN, including on good practices. For example, we have supported the development of systems to prevent and respond to reprisals and promote zero-tolerance messaging in UN bodies, including in the Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues, the Forum on Business and Human Rights, and the Security Council. This has led to improved reporting and protection for victims. We have also improved our methodology and reporting, enabling us to better document incidents and to analyze and report on global trends. We continue to strengthen collaboration across the UN system and with civil society, and I welcome the growing engagement. In 2025, 16 member states, half of those included in the report, responded to outreach on specific cases. That's up from 12 the previous year. Engagement and dialogue, even when challenging, can open possible pathways to resolve allegations. While important progress has been made, serious challenges persist. A considerable number of member states continue to dismiss reprisals allegations by invoking national security, the application of domestic law, or by characterizing individuals as terrorists. Member states should examine corroborated allegations and, where appropriate, initiate investigations. Yet feedback on follow-up is limited and accountability remains elusive. Despite strong political support for the mandate, it lacks adequate financial resources, limiting our ability to work across the UN system and protect victims. While mindful of the current climate and the serious funding constraints across the UN, work on reprisals must remain a priority. It enables safe access to the UN for victims and rights holders, promotes accountability, and safeguards the UN's ability to deliver on its mandate. The Secretary General's strong commitment to keep reprisals, prevention, and response central to UN action should cut across all key UN initiatives, including the Pact for the Future and United Nations 80. Excellencies, the path forward is clear. We must move beyond expressions of concern and translate our commitments and responsibility to prevent and address reprisals into concrete action. Ensuring the safety of those who engage with the United Nations is not optional, it is essential. As space for civic participation faces increasing pressure globally, the importance of this mandate in ensuring safe and inclusive engagement with the UN is more vital than ever. Thank you.